Greetings and salutations, Driver's Rider here. Let's talk camera mounting locations on a motorcycle. While you may be able to achieve some of these views with a standard action camera, today I used my Insta360 One R 360 module. In addition to the camera, I'm also using the invisible selfie stick and this ram mount tough claw, in addition to a ball mount I've already installed on my motorcycle. Let's get into it. This is mounting location 1. I've used this location before. I put the ram mount on my handlebars, and then with the invisible selfie stick fully extended, I get a view like this. But I'm going to flip the mount to the right side of the handlebar as it blocks my speedometer where it currently is on the left. I don't want the camera to stick out further than 6 or so inches past the bike. I do really like this view. You can swing it a little to show behind the rider or to show off to the side. For location 2, I use the exact same mounting location. I just swing the camera down to be in line with the front wheel. I haven't tried this location before. I also really like this one. I call this one the Michael Bay location as it films up to the rider. I like how you can see a lot of the motorcycle and the rider, and I really like how you can see the clutch hand and the shifting foot work together. When I change the mount to the other side of the handlebar, I won't get the clutch side. I'm going to have to find another way to get this view. I will keep you all posted. And just like the first location, I can swing the view a bit to show behind the rider or swing it to the side and zoom in on the front wheel. For location 3, I use the ram mount tough claw and clamp it to my luggage frame, dropping the camera in line with the rear wheel. Ever since I got my Osmo Action, I've been wanting to film my chain. I found it awkward to do without the selfie stick. But using the 360 camera means I can swing the angle forward and show the road ahead as well. I also really like this view. Not as much as location 2, but I can see myself using it again. Location 4 is the same as 3, but I swing the camera up. I just happen to choose the opposite side, but it would be the same. Of all the views I tried today, this is my least favorite. While you can see the road ahead, I personally find the view of the rider's back mostly boring. While I was editing this, I thought this could be okay for catching scenery or other riders. As you can see, I am alone today. You can also see I keep checking in the mirror to make sure the camera isn't falling down. It was snug and it stayed where I put it. And for my final location today, I swing the camera forward, trying to capture the side of the rider. I would have definitely liked this view more if I placed the camera lower, not in the middle of the rider's torso, but likely just below the top of the motorcycle. Once again, trying a Michael Bay view, filming up to the rider. With this location, you can also rotate the view towards the road ahead. While you can still see the rider's back, you can see a lot more of the motorcycle, which I like better. I personally don't want to watch someone's motorcycle ride video, mine included, with a camera mounted in only one location. Having a 360 camera helps a little as you can rotate the field of view. But it's when piecing these little clips together that you can create something unique and interesting. Check out this little clip. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.